He's down in the dirt. She says it doesn't hurt. She said, red jumpsuit. Huh. Definitely not what I thought you were saying. It doesn't hurt. She said, feel like a man when you push her around. Do you feel right as she falls through the ground? Well, I'll tell you nothing. One day this world's gonna as you fall you feel like a man. My question is, would it just be easier if I keep using Sweet Scent rather than just running around? This would be way easier with speed ups. Down in the dirt, she says, this doesn't hurt. She said, I finally had him. I have no clue how that timing works for this song. She said, I finally had enough. And hey, darling, I hope you're good to me. Okay, so that just does enough. Oh, that's the EXP we're looking for. In all of my copies of Fire Red and Leaf Green, of course, it's, I got one lucky egg. Yes. They're singing la, 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 everyone is singing. I should probably change the name of the stream. Then I swear to you, really can't make this new. Yeah, you want it, but I can't help it. I know you can't come home till they're singing la, la la la, la la la. So everyone's singing. If you can wait till I get home, then I swear to you that we can make this last. La Now that's the EXP I'm looking for. So just give me more Lairons, give me more gold bats. Then I swear, come tomorrow, this all be in the past. It might be for the best. You know you can't give me what I need. And even though you mean so much to me, I can't wait through everything. Is this really happening? I swear I'll never be happy again. And don't you dare say we can just be friends. I'm not some boy that you can swear. We knew it happened eventually. La 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 la. Tell everyone to sing it. See, I don't want to do things off camera because then I don't want people to accuse me of like cheating. You can wait till I get home. Then I swear. So I'm gonna get everyone till at least 54. I can't believe you were the one to build me up and tear me down like an old abandoned house. Words you said when you left just left me cold and out of breath. I felt frozen, waiting deep. Guess I let you get the best of me. Well, I started running a long, long time. Damn. More than you know. It's only getting closer. I guess it's really you. I'm finally getting there. I'm picking up the pieces. Spent all these years putting my heart back together. Of course. Of course. You took a hammer to the wall. I dragged the memories down the hall. Packed your bags and walked away. There was nothing I could say when you slammed the front door shut. A lot of others opened up, so deep my eyes so I can see that you never were the best for me. I should probably go back and get, I mean, I will do that. More than you know. Oh, yeah, closer. I guess it's really over. Finally getting better. And I'm picking up pieces, spent all the putting my heart back together. Oof. Yeah, that is good. That is good to man damage. That's the EXP we're looking for. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Better not without more than you know. Confuse Ray. I forgot. If we're gold, you guys get that. I'm literally a level away from being able to one-shot you cretins. You're kidding me. All back together. I'm putting my heart back together. I got over you. I got over you. I got over you. Each day I thought I'd never get through. I got over you. You're kidding me. To be faithful with the lips. You fucking rat. You haven't picked up shit. I don't want to use any of the rare candies now. Because I kind of want to use the rare candies inside of the Elite Four. You son of a bitch. Oh my gosh. And that stupid fucking rat has a big shit. My whole back hurts. I'm still getting old. That is not my machine. Oh yeah, that's okay, that's not too bad. You really took that hit for nothing. Oh yeah. What the hell does Sceptile even get? Like, via, like, TM? Mega Drain, Sword Beam, Rock Tomb, Aerial Ace. Bro, your moveset is ass. Damn it, Whirlwind. Damn. Come on. Come on. Some bullshit. What the fuck is this? He's ruining it. See, now that's scary. You ruining it. Bruh. Finally, what did you pick up? A great vault. You suck. Bro, he's way higher level than me. Alright, yeah, he's going for Whirlwind. Ah, fuck you. Dude, that's so much. That's good. Super Potion. Okay. I'm gonna go get the Ice Beam TM. It should be somewhere out here, so. Was that a crit or just how much damage it did? Oh, no, not figure out. There. The door is locked. Okay. Yeah, it's a ship. Okay, so you do fight. I'm a choke. Escape rope, not super helpful. I'm gonna explore some more before I go back to this area. I know there's a guide to do the thing to get the fucking ice beam TM. I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. Sand slash and a Meryl. Why do you have a sand slash? Oh my gosh, it's a young couple. There's a storage key. I respect the hate. Room 1 key. Waterstone. Rain dance. Room 4. Luxury ball. Can I fly from here, or does the game get mad? I mean, it's definitely an interesting key item. You can't learn Ice Beam. Oh. Well, that's fucking stupid. Everything hurts, dude. I'm getting way too fucking old. Two ace trainers. Is this game normal video quality? If so, I might get one. Here. Oh, sorry, my lights turned off. So this is a GameCube with the Game Boy Player, and this is Pokemon Emerald version. So I have this running through there's a serial port. There's two different video outports. This is technically through like composite video, but it's composite upscaled through HDMI. And it's on an HDMI switcher. So the biggest problem is that you can see on the screen over here where I'm pointing upwards, it's a 16:9 ratio when it's supposed to be a 4:3. The aspect ratio is a bit off. The quality itself is fine on my end. Like, it's still the square Game Boy shape over here on my end. But I have no control over the HDMI switchers. I don't know why they do it like that. The HDMI switches are straight up like, nah, eat shit. This is an official cartridge. It's just I'm playing through the GameCube instead. Oh. Oh, yeah, it's going to take it out. So I've been doing these shiny hunts for a while now. But this is through RNG manipulation. Big words, essentially. So, next Thursday, I will try to beat the Elite Four, but before then, I have to do some level grinding, because I'm extremely underleveled. Why do you both have Slackings? I don't remember this fight originally. And you're healing, really. There's other ways that you can change the video output. So this is using the Game Boy Player startup software. There's the GBI interface, which has better video quality. But I like the border because you have the little... that's the GameCube startup disc. The GBI interface just doesn't have the right stuff. Recently I've been playing Fire and I've been full odds hunting Lapras, but it's it's hell. I understand that feeling. Also, I have no clue how to how RNG. I wish I did, but the timing and math. Yeah, it's a little fun. So RNG manipulate here. I'm gonna turn on my light. I have it off because I was just I've been doing a lot of this on stream. I was gonna level grind off stream, but I don't want people to think I'm cheating. My back. I think RNG manipulation is easy in Gen 3. It's the easiest is in Gen 3. However, it's specific to the game. So Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald are the easiest to RNG manipulate. I think probably Emerald is the easiest because the fact that it, so with a dry battery in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, it has the seed is stuck at like A50. But in Emerald, they messed up the RNG seed so that it doesn't actually advance, even with or without a dry battery. So the game is constantly stuck at seed 0. But you can change because they introduced the out of battle like abilities in specifically Emerald. Fire and Leaf Green don't have it. But so if you have Pokemon with like Illuminate, you'll find more. If you have Pokemon with Illuminate, you have more of a chance of finding Pokemon. If you have a Hyper Cutter and Cut, you cut more grass. Lightning Rod gets you more match calls. Hustle, Pressure, Cute Charm, Synchronizers. Those can change the RNG, or at least the Pokemon that can encounter. So you can change what encounter you're getting with Cute Charm, Hustle, Magnet Pull, Static, things like that. So that's why I think Emerald is probably the best one to go for it when it comes to RNG manipulation. However, Fire Red and Leaf Green is very hard because for Fire Red and Leaf Green, so Emerald RNG is broken. Also, you're really good with information. Thank you. I studied just a little bit of this. I essentially watched I'm a Blissey and Papa Hefe's video on this, and I watched it for like 20-ish. Their videos are like 30 minutes to like an hour long. It's a lot of information, and I can't do all that reading or all that listening. So Emerald being the way Emerald kind of is, there's a lot of ways to get more RNG, I guess. But Fire Red and Leaf Green are a bit harder because they don't have a real-time clock. So Game Freak developed something different to counteract not having batteries or a real-time clock. So the real-time clock and the battery helps change the RNG every second and every like frame. So every frame is like 1/16 of a second. So every 1/16 of a second, the RNG kind of changes, but the battery makes sure the RNG is constantly changing. So the RNG is no longer set in a specific zone, so to speak. But in Fire Red and Leaf Green, in order to counter that with not having batteries, they use the Game Boy's CPU. So, for example, you could do a lot of... my hip just popped. You can do a lot of RNG manipulation on, like, emulator, and it does work. However, this is where it gets even weirder with Fire Red and Leaf Green. Because, yes, we have emulators, but the emulators doesn't properly have the Game Boy Advanced BIOS. So it's got this own weird little thing where Fire Red and Leaf Green RNG manipulation has to be done on retail hardware, so physical hardware. So instead it uses the Game Boy's CPU to constantly change the frames. So for RNG manipulation on Fire Red and Leaf Green, you have to have certain settings enabled. I have a copy of Fire Red and Emerald. I use the GB operator till I get a GameCube. That's 100% fair. Although it's not, exactly one-to-one, it's a Game Boy or a Game Boy Advance. I actually like the Game Boy operator myself. I currently have one. How do I put this? I have like 200 Pokemon games. I'm just a little bit insane. I really like Pokemon. But I really like Pokemon, so it's hard to tell. Here, let me see. So all those behind me right there, those are diplomas you can get from the games. From completing the dexes. and I went out of my way to get all the diplomas. So I have over like 200 Pokemon games, and about 100 of them are Gen 3 games. I really like Gen 3. I grew up playing Gen 3 the most. I technically grew from like being like 3 to like 8. I played a lot of like Gen 1 Red, Blue, Yellow. And then I got a copy of Emerald version from a friend of mine. And then I got a copy of Leaf Green as well. He didn't need it anymore, so he gave it to me as a gift. And I still have those games. They're not in very good condition. I will tell you that. They don't have any labels. They didn't have labels to begin with. He gave them to me kind of that way. But I'm talking about the pins are corroded pretty hard. And the games have problems loading. So either they'll crash or they don't load. But I have managed to fix them slightly so they do work from time to time. I didn't treat my games the best as a kid. I'm sorry about that. So I have over 200 Pokemon games. A lot of them are like Gen 3 games. So I use the GB operator a lot. Dude, I'm a crazy fan of Pokemon. Like, I'm willing to get all the physical copies of the games and all the physical media and movies, and Gen 3 is the GOAT. Yes, Gen 3 is the fucking GOAT. Dude, my favorite movie was the Destiny Deoxys movie. I loved that movie as a kid. Especially because it was like, oh no, it's coming at us, what do we do? And then turns out it was just Deoxys trying to, like, you know, find its other friend. Here, give me 1 second. I gotta get up for like a quick second. I love the Destiny Deoxys movie. I love the Wishmaker movie. Oh my! So when I say I love Pokemon, so here, this is my GB operator. I spray painted it red, so I took it out of the shell and then spray painted the inside so the outside doesn't corrode properly. Here, give me 1 second. So I have a copy of. So I have 3 over here of Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I have plenty of copies of this game. But my prize position. This whole bin, all Pokemon games. Ranging from the original e-reader card with the brochure for the Eon ticket. I have the box sets of the Diamond Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. I have the Japanese exclusive Pikachu Game Boy printer. I have Pokemon Battle Revolution. I don't have the original slip for it, but the Japanese, I think this is specifically the Tosen or Taisen Celebi bonus disc for Japanese Coliseum. I have a copy of Japanese Coliseum. I have all the mainline series games. I have Pokemon Stadium 1, Pokemon Stadium 0, the Japanese exclusive one, Pokemon Puzzles, Japanese copy of Inbox Ruby Sapphire. I got the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl pins. One of my more expensive ones is the... This is what I'm going to use for shiny hunting later. The Pokemon Coliseum Jirachi bonus disc. I even have Pokemon Channel. I have spent a lot of money on Pokemon. It is, my pride... My bad. Oh. W game, dude. Ugh. So... Like, okay, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to tell you, oh, don't, emulation's bad. No. Emulation exists for a reason. The games are expensive, and sometimes you can't actually get a physical copy. So people make physical copies. Like, I get that. Like, the Game Boy Chromatic, and they have their own, like, line of Game Boy games, essentially. That's cool. I'm not going to lie about that. I don't really care too much about the Game Boy Chromatic itself. But if you can play the game, play it. If you can have a physical copy, have a physical copy. I understand Emerald is extremely expensive. I own several copies of Emerald. I should know they're expensive. But yeah, Gen 3, one of my favorite gens. So, I'm kind of in the middle of this. So, Forget a bike hop. So, the funny part with RNG manipulation is that sometimes there's certain frames that are within several frames of each other where shiny Pokemon can happen. So, I've been trying to working on shiny living decks. All these are shiny. And I have multiple of the same ones. So, for example, I got a bunch of Shroomish by mistake. There's a whole bunch of Poochyena in one area when I was trying to get a couple of them. So, I have plenty of extra Shroomish. A couple of Lotads, a couple of Raltses, a couple of Spindas, because I was trying to get Skarmory, and it just so happened Spinda had the same frame, like right next to each other. Got a couple of Wurmples by mistake, a couple of extra Zubats when I was trying to get Aeron. C-Dot was kind of annoying. The Sloths were really annoying, but because I wanted one specific male one. A couple of Geodudes, a couple of, so I'm trying to fill living decks. So a couple of them, I can't evolve them yet, but they will later in gens. So I had to get a couple of duplicates for specific ones. But yeah, I got a bunch of extra Trapinches, which I didn't need. I got Emerald for 80. Oh my gosh. Dude. That's a freaking steal. Mad respect, though. Mad respect. Emerald for 80. That is a good steal. Nowadays, Emerald sells for like 180 to 250. If you want like dry battery, no label, maybe a, you know, like a chip off the cartridge, maybe you'll get it for 150. But we're talking like with new battery, with a label, good condition cartridge is gonna run you like 250, dude. And then Fire Red for $30, dude. It's crazy. So I was looking at YouTube. I got a label and replace the battery, dude. Solid. For a couple of my copies of Emerald, I changed out the battery for a battery holder, so I can just change them out from here and there. I will tell you, I have plenty of copies of Gen 3 games, but not all of them have new batteries or fresh batteries. Because I'll tell you, when I have... Let me try to... I'm not going to try to count that. Never mind. When I have like 40 copies of Ruby and Sapphire, and then several Leaf Green and Fire Reds, one of my prized possessions I currently own is actually this one over here. I have it sitting on my display wall. Is an in-box copy of Fire Red. It's the original box, got some damage to it. It's in a protective sleeve. It's the Player's Choice Edition, so it doesn't come with the wireless adapter, but I already have 3 wireless adapters to begin with, so. Well, switching batteries is it's not super hard, but it's kind of time consuming. And especially like the problem with the resoldering and desoldering is if you keep wearing on the same pads, you're eventually going to tear those pads right off. And if you do that, you can't replace those batteries no more. They're kind of screwed. Oh my gosh, I'm full bag again. Yeah, but those batteries, like, you can tear the contact points off the cartridge, and no more battery, no more time. You're screwed. So I replaced them with the battery holders, but not all of them are replaced because when you own like 50 physical cartridges, at one point, the price of Gen 5 games. I mean, Black and White aren't so expensive, but Black and White 2, that's where it becomes expensive. If I remember correctly, how many of each of them do I own? I think I own a couple of them. Put it on my bench. I have the 2 blacks, 2 whites, 1 in Japanese, because it's cheaper. And then I have 1 black 2 and 1 white 2. I unfortunately, yeah, Black and White, Black 2 and White 2 are super expensive games. I mean, they're around the same price as a copy of Emerald. If you have a boxed copy of Pokemon Emerald, like complete in box, that's easily like $350, which is crazy. Black 2 is more expensive than White 2 on eBay, and I have no clue why. I think it has to do with post-game related stuff. There's specific reasoning, I just don't remember why. Okay, so I don't need you, I don't need you, don't need you, I might need you. Don't need full heal. Don't need a burn heal. Don't need the stones at the moment. Don't need Everstone. Don't need Nevermelt Ice. I can sell a Stardust. Don't need you. I'll need you in a little bit. I don't need you. Don't need you. And I can sell... Man, I could use you. Yeah, I think it has to do with post-game stuff. I think it has to do with the legendaries. Not the legendary. I think it has to do with the pseudo-legendaries you get post-game shinies. If you beat Jenga in White Tree Hollow or the Black Tower, Black City, I forget what it's called. You can get a free shiny from him, and it's guaranteed. I think the Black 2 one has the Dratini. I think that's probably why it's more expensive. Outside of that, I don't know why it's more expensive. Yeah, I own several copies of certain games and only one of other games. Like Black and White 2, I only have one copy of each. I have 2 copies of Black because one was my childhood copy, and while I was getting all the diplomas, I was doing all of them on stream. And one of the problems with that is I didn't want to erase my, like, childhood file. So I'm like, I'll keep it as is. You can stay there. Honestly, English please, King. Honestly, you have become someone I could watch daily. I ain't gonna lie, you have that energy with Pokemon that matches mine, bro. Oh, thanks, man. Joel Bison. That's cool. That's a cool name, Bison. I'm a big Pokemon fan. I know people say, but don't get me wrong. I love Pokemon. I'm glad people love Pokemon. I know some people really hate the new Pokemon games. I actually really like them. I've played Scarlet and Violet several times. I've played through the story of Sword and Shield several times. In fact, I had to do it several times just for the Pokemon to complete the living decks. And I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to, like, even in Scarlet and Violet, like base Scarlet and Violet, no DLC, nothing like that, like just the base games, I really like the story. And then even the story with DLC, I got even better. Like, I was crying. Legends ZA is exciting. Yes, dude. I don't care how much the game costs. I don't care how much the Switch 2 costs. Just give me a release date. I manage fast food, so I have to, like, request days off months in advance. So it's like, please, just tell me when the games come out. I don't care how much money it costs. I'm a big Pokemon fan. I'm going to buy it regardless. I don't even care if the game is, like, awful. Like, I really didn't like Gen 4. It wasn't my biggest, wasn't my favorite. But I went out of my way, even got Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, and I played them multiple times. I played through Brilliant Diamond like 6 times, and I don't even like the game very much. Mega Evolutions take the W. Dude, it was one of my favorite mechanics when they first introduced it. I was like, yo, like, Charizard was one of my favorite Pokemons, and my biggest problem with Charizard was that its, physical attack stat wasn't very good unless you're running a Belly Drum set. But then you're like, oh, you gotta invest in this, invest in that. You got to, like, set up just to use Belly Drum. And then if you have, like, Stealth Rocks already out in the field, you're dead. Like, you're losing half HP, Belly Drum's not gonna work. Or you can set up Dragon Dance, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's not gonna do very well. But then you have Mega Evolution, it's like, bro, now it's Dragon and Fire. It's like, now finally my boy Charizard can, like, it's back on the scene. And then with Dragon Dance, and then my favorite one, favorite Charizard variant was Charizard X with once again, have different problems with X and Y, like Charizard Mega Evolution forms. I remember spending like 20 hours hunting a shiny Charmander. Yes, dude. The shiny Charmander hunt was awful. As soon as like I got done with the game, I found out about, not found out about Mazda method hunting, but like I found someone to trade me a foreign Ditto. It was a French Ditto. And I talk a lot of smack about French people as a joke, but I'm like, never in my life have I ever like been happy to have like wonder traded with a French person. Oh my gosh. You cannot outspeed him. You are gonna like get dunzoed, and I need you to like level up. So I spent hours. I spent thousands of eggs hunting for a shiny Charmander egg. It was awful. But I was so like, I was freaking out. Like I was still in like middle school when it came out, and boy did I like wreck people. Like when it came to battling like with people in school, I destroyed people. My favorite set was running it was Kingdra with Focus Energy. So it was Kingdra, Focus Energy, Scope Lens, Agility, and then you can use Scald or you could use Ice Beam. And those were two like really good moves. And you could just decimate people because the way the critical hit ratio worked, it's +1 if you're just a Pokemon. I remember early X and Y Wonder Trade got 3 legitimate shinies and freaked out. I got X on Christmas and Y on Valentine's Day for my grandma. That's really nice. I remember a friend of mine, he got Pokemon Y version for Christmas, and he got so mad at his dad. I'm like, why are you mad, bro? Like, he got you the game. Like, isn't that what you wanted? He's like, yeah, but I don't have a 3DS. I'm like, oh. He's like, and he knows I don't have a 3DS. He's like, I unwrapped this, and I'm like, Dad, I don't have a 3DS. And he's like, yeah, good luck with that. He's like, you wanted the game, I got you the game. I'm like, that's kind of funny, but also, yeah, I can see why you're upset. Yep. So eventually he got a 2DS. He got the I think it was the one with the black body with like the red bar around it. That shit was hilarious. I felt really bad for him, but like I couldn't help but to like laugh. I really hate Whirlwind. That's so annoying. Just use Belly Drum. Jeez. Man, Pokemon is so freaking good. Like, there's so much speculations, Terror Leak, blah blah blah. It's like, I really don't care for a lot of the leaks or whatever, like, because a lot of it is often debunked or it's meaningless because, you know, they change things like final process anyways. If anything, I'm just like, I want to play the game. I want to see the starters. I want to see the like the whichever form, maybe like Colossian forms, whatever they're gonna call them, or whatever region, you know, is gonna be before Kalos. Like, I just want to play the game. I want to know release date. I want to be able to reserve my time to play those games. Like, playing Legends Arceus all over again, it's like, it was a hassle. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how, like, decent, how hard the game is. Like, from the different battle mechanics, to the catching methods, to, you know, wild Pokemon spawns, all that good stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. I just needed to beat the game all over again because I needed to get, I'm trying to remember. It was the 4th of the incarnates. It was... I'm trying to remember what they called it. My gosh, I'm forgetting. Did you see the Gen 5 leaks? It's a picture of a black and white dolphin. I have not. I've seen a lot of the supposed leaks. Enamorous is what it's called. Enamorous. I had to go back, beat the game all over again just to get Enamorous. Whew. It was not fun. I forgot how annoying it was to catch Enamorous. I brought alongside me a Linoon just in case I can pick up rare candies. And so far his name is Longrat, and Longrat is not picking me up any rare candies. So far, I'm not impressed. Yeah, I remember. I remember all the old leaks about the Mega Jinx, the Alolan Jigglypuff, Mega Klinklang, Mega Mewtwo 3. All those fake ones, jeez. Like, it takes me back, because I remember these when they came out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's no way that's real. Oh my gosh, that was a crit. That did a lot. Yeah, those hunts are going to be awful. So, I do have, a flash cart to do the Deoxys Aurora ticket event, so I can shiny hunt Deoxys. However, it does not work for Pokemon Emerald, although it should have. It doesn't. So because the Pokemon Rocks like campaign event happened before Emerald even came out, if I remember correctly. So the game wasn't the distribution cartridge wasn't set to work with Emerald version. I think I'm fairly sure Birth Island is even like coded in this game, which is crazy. So I can't RNG manipulate for that one, but I will have to do I can do the RNG English, please. I can do the RNG manipulation for Mew in this game. It's going to be a lot of tedious work to get to it. If anything, I'm just probably going to cheat for that. I'm going to cheat to get there. Yeah, with the GB operator, there is ways to get the old events. I know, but try not to do as much cheat. Modifying the game's code, essentially. Try not to do that as much as I can. So we'll see how this goes. I did have a Japanese copy of Pokemon Emerald, and with it I did get the old C map, and I managed to get the shiny Mew when I was younger. I got this back in, jeez, how old? This was probably early 2020, during like the lockdowns and everything. I got it, and it was crazy because it took me like 52 hours like in total, but this spanned throughout the course of a summer. And my sister was like watching me because she wanted it. She also plays Pokemon, but she only does shiny hunting. She doesn't actually play the games for the games. She just plays for shiny hunting, and she really wanted to see me get it. And this was like Sunday morning before church. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna quickly grind through a couple of encounters. Like, I'm just gonna get a couple encounters, add some more to the tally board, and then I'm gonna get ready for church, right? Sat down, did 10 encounters, and on the like 8th encounter, I saw the Mew, and I'm like, I froze for a second. I was like, huh. Got up. What's your favorite shiny? Ooh, that's a hard one. I really like the shiny Charizard. Gen 2 is pretty good because it was kind of purplish. I like it in Gen 3 because it looks spicy. I do have a shiny Charizard in that copy of Fire Red that I showed you. Yeah, the copy of Fire Red that I showed you, the one that was in box with the Player's Choice Edition. Shiny Salamence. Dude, that was one of my first shinies before I went back to like shiny hunting and like actually going for shiny hunting. I got a shiny, so I lent my cousin my copy of Pokemon Ruby. I lent my cousin my copy of Pokemon Ruby, and she started a new file, and she named herself Brock, I guess. I don't know why. And I was trying to get a Salamence for I was just getting into Pokemon Coliseum in Japanese, because I needed to beat Coliseum in Japanese so that I could use the Celebi bonus disc. And to get Ho-Oh, you needed to go through Mount Battle through the menu and not the actual game itself. And I was like, okay, I can trade myself over a Salamence. So while I was running around looking for Bagons with good IVs, I accidentally found a shiny Bagon. And I looked at it, and I'm like, huh. So I walked over, caught it. My brother was in the other room. He was sitting there. He plays Pokemon too. He hasn't played a lot of the newer games yet. He's currently playing through Scarlet version. He says it's pretty... He says he likes it. He likes the characters, at least. And I walked over. I'm like, yo, bro. He's like, what's up? I'm like, I just found a shiny Bagon. And he's like, for real? I'm like, Yeah, shiny Bagon. He's like, well, that's cool. I called him King Saul because in, like, the Bible, there's a character called King Solomon. And I'm like, Solomon. Not Solomon's, but Solomon. So King Solomon wouldn't fit, so just King Saul. So I did actually go back. I can show you here. While I was going through the boxes of shiny Pokemon, I do have a shiny Salamence. Oh, not shiny Salamence. A shiny Bagon. And so those are going to be trained here soon. The hardest part about this is I'm currently waiting on another modded DS. So I have a slightly modded DS. It doesn't have a top screen, but the problem is it doesn't connect properly to my HDMI switchers. So it doesn't play properly on streaming. So I can use it if I'm connecting it to like a TV through like component cables, through like the RCA jack, like from the original like N64 cables essentially. I connect it to that, but I can't stream it properly. Then I have a modded 3DS with a capture card, so I can stream 3DS and DS games. However, I can't exactly stream, like, transferring over, like, Pokemon from Gen 3 to Gen 4. So that's why I bought a modded DS with capture card. However, it hasn't come in yet. It cost me $200. But, of course, $200 means nothing to me when we're talking about Pokemon games. $200 is, like, not that much. But yeah, so in a bunch of my random Pokemon games, there is several shiny Salamences, and they're all random levels. The reason there's a whole bunch of them is because I did a bunch of like duplication glitching in Emerald Battle Factory, and I traded over a bunch of shiny Salamences all over to random cartridges of the games. Oops. So there's just a whole bunch of them just randomly sitting around. And then I have several shiny Salamences in Sun and Moon. I played the hell out of Pokemon Sun and Moon. I played the heck specifically out of Moon version. Moon version was one of my favorites. Like, honestly though, like, I will admit I'm kind of a big crybaby. I have a lot of problems understanding emotions. Like, when I get frustrated, instead of like yelling, throwing things, and getting really frustrated, I just start crying because I can't comprehend how to cope properly. I don't know, something's wrong with me. I think I'm just crazy. I mean, given how much Pokemon games I own, I'm pretty sure I'm crazy. But yes, the glitch hunting, and that's a great reason to have a GB operator. So you can back up the game because some glitches can break your game. Like, especially trying to do palm egg glitching, or glitzer popping. If you want to, like, warp to Naval Rock, Birth Island, all that good stuff, you can potentially ruin your corrupt save data. So, it is imperative you back that up. Here, let me show you. See? Prince Saul, because some of them are going to remain, okay, some of them are going to remain the way they are. So Prince Saul is going to be he's going to be Shelgon. King Saul is going to be the Salamence I'm going to use to beat the Elite Four. Then Saul Jr. is going to stay as Bagon. So yeah, these are all shinies. Only a couple of them aren't shinies, and the ones that aren't shinies are in box 14. So Castform can be shiny, but it can't at the exact same time. Because the way the RNG manipulation works, you can't, in Ruby and Sapphire, you can decline getting the cast form and then pick it up and shiny hunt it later. However, in Emerald, you cannot do that. So because you can't do that, you can't properly adjust the time for RNG manipulation to work. And then this Abra was used to get this Gardevoir with Careful Nature. But so a lot of these are going to be moving up to a Pokemon Home. So a lot of them are going to have to be, multiple shinies. So that's why I got a couple shiny Ralts named Michael. I try to give them all nicknames because they're important, because they're shiny to me. Oh, sorry. Going back to what you said about the favorite shiny. I really like Magikarp shiny in Scarlet and Violet because it goes from Yellowfish to Goldfish. Like, with the reflective, like, metallic textures. Beautiful. I'm so glad. So these ones aren't shiny. This was the Oddish I traded over so that I could do RNG manipulation. And then I got my own shiny Oddish Don't know where I left him. Her. Z. I don't know. Remember what gender it was. Then I got my own shiny Oddish. And then I used that for RNG manipulation. And then Tropius got Sweet Scent as well, so I kept Tropius. And because Tropius learns a lot of HMs, Tropius is kind of like my HM buddy here. So her name is Bananasaur. But yeah, I have spent last couple of months, well, last month or two, just doing this. And I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely tedious work. You have to really like Gen 3 for the music, because you'll be hearing the same track for hours if you're trying to get one shiny. Even with RNG manipulation, just because RNG manipulation increases the chances you'll get a shiny, doesn't always guarantee you'll get a shiny. It can be hours before you even get the right shiny. In fact, when I was getting Sceptile, my back. When I was getting Sceptile, that one alone took me like an hour and a half. Oh, my lower back. Dude, I feel I need to understand RNG, play Emerald, I've spent like 5 months just for 4 shinies and Fire Red. I feel that. So, for me, the Fire Red and Leaf Green hunts, I'm probably not going to do a lot of them. Because there's a lot of games where you can easily get other shinies. So, to mitigate that, because I'm trying to do a living dex, I'm trying to go through the easiest way possible. So, the easiest way possible for some of these Pokemon is going to be, for the most part, a lot of this is going to be RNG manipulation, and the rest is going to be Dynamax Adventures, Legends Arceus, and then Scarlet and Violet. And it pays to have extra games, because not exactly pays, but when it comes to shiny hunting, it's great to have extra games. And then in the Switch games, it also helps to have multiple save files. It also helps to have at least Pokemon Home. Doesn't matter if you're paying for Pokemon Home, it helps to have Pokemon Home and at least Nintendo Switch Online for one of your like files, so you can swap Pokemon around. That way you can easily pick up one Pokemon, move it to a next game. Like, you have a main file and then plenty of other files for shiny hunting. You can just pick up Pokemon from your main file, or have a lot of extra EXP candies, start the other files, pick up those starters, bring them to your main file, level them up pretty high, send them back. Or you can just do if you have the DLC, you can just do the Dynamax Adventure, get the Suicune, beat the game. Easy as pie. I even have multiple copies of, I have 2 copies of Scarlet and Violet. I have the original one, and then I have the one with the DLC built in. And then same with Sword and Shield. I have both of them, the original and the one with the built-in. I would get extra games. I use multi-screen from MGBA from save data on GB Operator. So, for Safari Week, what I originally did is I didn't have enough save files set up. This is the reason why I have many save files and many copies of the games. So, I have them all backed up on my PC. I have several terabytes of storage on my PC, first off. But I have all of them backed up on my PC. So, when it came to Safari Week, because I have like 6 Game Boy Advance SPs. The only problem is I can't like record the screen properly because not all of them are modded for HDMI out, so big hassle, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. But I opened a whole bunch of screens, a whole bunch of emulators, and then put the games on there. My lower mid back. So you can multi-run different copies of the game, or the same. You can even run the same file and try doing RNG. Not doing RNG with that one, but you can run multiple copies of the games in one go, and then shiny hunt through that. So if you have like extra saves or extra games, you can just play like 3 or 4 different files or 3 or 4 different copies of the game, and then shiny hunt through there, which will help a lot, but not really. I'll tell you that. It's not... Because all you're doing is basically looking for the same Pokemon. But RNG is, like, quadruplified. But don't get me wrong, it does help to a certain amount. Sorry, my lower back is killing me. I have no clue what I did. I think I threw something out. I'm getting old. I'm only 25, but I'm already having heart problems, back problems, having a whole bunch of knee problems. I've blown out both kneecaps. I'm getting hecka old. But yeah, you can play a lot of Pokemon games. So the most I did was 32, I think it was. 32 games in one go. It was all Gen 3 and for Safari Week. And basically within an hour and a half, you can get a shiny basically every 30 minutes to hour and a half. You missed. You get a shiny like basically every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes to an hour and a half, you get a shiny. Even without doing RNG manipulation. But even if you do, RNG manipulation, you can get plenty of shinies. But RNG manipulation, I wouldn't say it's a luck based. It's a decent amount of skill. But if I consider myself not to be a smart person, I'm just crazy, is what I put it. But if I can do it, I'm fairly sure you can do it. Like, if I remember correctly, there's plenty of ways to find your hidden ID, or your secret ID, and then all you gotta do is set up Poke Finder from Admiral Fish, and that's not too hard. All you gotta do is select which game you're playing, select I'm 22 and currently working to cut my health problems. I had a head shiver. Turns out it might be diabetes, or I just have seizures now. Hopefully neither. I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah, when I was like 10, I turned around, forgot to lift up my foot, so I blew up the right kneecap. And then I almost got run over around that same year, and I kind of broke my right ankle. I put it back in place. It healed, but now it does this weird popping noise. So the right ankle's messed up, and then I closed the door at work, and I whiffed the door slightly, so then I hit it with my leg, and lo and behold, I blew out that kneecap again. And then as I was taking out an order to a customer, I took a step, and my knee went backwards on the left leg, so I blew out the left kneecap. So both my knees are really messed up. And then I don't know what I did, but I think I slept funny, so I hurt my back. But yeah, I have plenty of problems. I also have plenty of problems with caffeine. I mean, like, my time, I have an energy drink right next to me. It's like 1:20, like 1 a.m., 20 minutes right now. I do work tomorrow, but I work at 4 o'clock, so I can just play a bit longer, do some level grinding, like right now as I'm doing. Stop using Whirlwind. Good. Okay. But yeah, people at work make the joke that I'm the youngest old person they've ever met. I mean, I think it's funny. I'll bend over, try to grab something for somebody. Oh, my back. Or walk over, I kneel down to grab something off the ground, and then I can't get back up. Yeah, yep. That'd do it for ya. Did a backflip off a tree during high school. I mean, I wish mine was something cool like that. Try to do a backflip off a tree. No, I just turned a little too hard. And then that's it. When I went to the hospital, I had to go back for like a knee checkup to see how the knee was healing. And my dad was there. All right, let's go take the stairs. I'm like, can we just take the elevator? He's like, no, why would you take the elevator? He's like, it's not good for you. He's like, you know, I was like, it's not good for your knee. You gotta walk out that knee. And then I fell down the stairs because as I was walking down the stairs, my knee slipped out of place, and then I fell down the stairs. I'm like, and this is why I want to take the elevator. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot your knee's bad. And he's like, I just forgot, you know, thought you were having trouble because you're fat. And he's like, you should lose some weight. And he's like, I forgot your knee is awful. I'm like, yeah, Dad, and fell down the stairs. You successfully did the backflip, but you wore out, but you wore some sort of cast for a month. All right, yeah, that's not fun. Now I was in crutches for a couple of weeks, And then I had to use a brace and like some wrap to put the knee together again. And they're like, it should be fine, hopefully. Never became fine. And once it gets cold, like, if it gets cold, my kneecap starts stinging. And they're like, yeah, I'll do it to you. I'm like, well, that sucks. Like, it's been almost 2 years, but my colon ripped open. I ate too much cheese, and I'm lactose intolerant, so my stomach couldn't push it out fast enough. So instead, it decided to just rip a hole in the side. So I had like, you know, human waste inside my body that couldn't come out properly. And I had blood dripping out the side because it was a ripped colon. So there was blood and crap quite literally everywhere. And here I thought I just had bad stomach ache. And I got to the hospital and the doctors are like, dude, you're dying. I'm like, oh, jeez. They're like, yeah, why didn't you come in earlier? Like, you said you were walking around this with how long? I'm like, about a week. Like, you didn't come in earlier to go get treatment? I'm like, I had to work. You want to skip work? I'm like, I got work. I got bills to pay, man. I just thought some minor stomach problems was just minor stomach problems. It's like, no, your colon is ripping open and your body's trying to fight it's trying to fight it. It's trying to fight all the poop that's in your bloodstream, and what's happening is you're causing yourself an infection, and now you're walking around with an infection and it's killing you. I'm like, oh, that's why I feel weird. It's like, no duh, stupid. It's like, I wish it was something cooler, like, yeah, I got stabbed. Someone stabbed me and cut a hole in my colon. I almost died for it. No, I ate too much cheese. How is that for something stupid? Like, I make jokes that my body really hates me. And, like, if anything can go... Like, me and my brother make jokes about us having really bad luck. Like, if anything can go wrong, it does. Like, earlier, me missing, me hitting myself in confusion 3 times consecutively, like, that was really annoying. But yeah, no, I can just, like, rip a colon open. Almost have a heart attack several times. And it's like... I can fall down several flights of stairs, almost fall off a roof and die for it again. The amount of times, because I used to bike to college, I've almost been run over several times. And my teacher was like, yo, bless the Lord Almighty, you're safe. I'm like, yeah, bless him. I'm like, why does he keep putting me in situations where I almost get run over? I got so pumped. I'm so pumped right now. I'm going to be moving to Florida. And Pokemon Shiny community is nuts there. I 100% understand bad luck. Sorry for the side rant. I have ADHD and autism. I don't have autism. I do have ADHD. I was... I'm trying to remember what it was called. I was diagnosed with ADHD from childhood. My parents were a little confused with why I was randomly screaming and throwing things. And the doctors were like, oh, he's got ADHD, so his brain is functioning really fast. And I guess to, like, have fun, he likes to scream and yell. But yeah, here in my location, there's not a lot of, like... There's not a lot of, people out here for, like, the shiny hunting community. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a pretty decent Pokemon Go community. I'm not a fan... I'm not a fan of Pokemon Go. I just don't play a lot of Pokemon Go. Because I have to work. And I work a lot and constantly. So, when it comes to, like, community days, I do not have enough time for them. The best thing I do is I have the Go Plus Plus. I have that connected, so I have it sitting in the office at my job. I live in Maine. The community here is dry. That's kind of sad. And then, like, there's a decent amount of people that, you know, okay, thanks for missing. Thank you. I needed that. Stop. Don't protect yourself. Just take the hit. Take the hit. Go down. Go down. There's a decent amount, like, here, like, downtown. I don't live in town. I live, like, outside of town. I live the next town over. I don't, like, remember, like, saying where I live. But, yeah. So, like, in downtown, there's a good, like, decent, like, Pokemon Go community. And it's pretty active. I'm not the biggest part of it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna take me out. It did not. Okay, good. But there's not a really big Pokemon community. But lo and behold, I wouldn't say thanks to me, like, yeah, I did it. There's a decent buzz going around about Pokemon. Because I will go to, there's several stores here in town. There's like there's like 2 GameStops in the town. One of them is going to close down soon, though, unfortunately. I will admit that. Sorry. So there's GameStop. There's 2 retro game shops. And one of them is just like a retro shop. So you can, anything from like comic books, video games, Smash, Pokemon Smash, TCG games. So there's just a amount of like gaming area. But since I wouldn't say I'm like a town, like a local legend, but people know about the guy that comes through and buys the Pokemon games and then runs, essentially. They're like, so I'll call up GameStop and they'll be like, yo, what's up, man? Like, they know it's me. They're like, yeah, dude, it's you. Okay, what you need? And I'm like, y'all got this? And I'm like, yeah. And then you got that new Switch? Yeah. I recall enjoying Pokemon Go. I had a cool friend, but then he decided to be uncultured swine and stopped talking to me for stepping up against his bully. Well, that's kind of rude. I don't know, some people are people. They're their own people, and sometimes, you can be friends, you can not be friends, but sometimes, yeah, people are the worst. When I did Pokemon Go with my friends, we went downtown to do a whole bunch of raids. So we'd start at one side of town, take all of the gyms, move to the other side of town, like downtown area. So go one part of downtown, clear the gyms, take the gyms, move to the side of downtown, and then we would drop a whole bunch of lures and incense, and then we would just straight farm mons. And then by the end of the night, we'd all get our 50 coins, because people would actively try to take gyms. But I was the guy that had I still have it with me. Here, give me a second. My back. I don't think these are charged. I think they're out of battery. There's a satchel, but all of them. It's a fanny pack, but I have a whole bunch of rechargeable batteries in here. Ugh. So they called me the Valkyrie. Currently rocking my Shine Gary champ from New York. Claim this down. Nice. I have a couple of good shinies, but I don't play Go enough to have them maxed out. I still haven't reached level 40, which is frustrates me, because I want that shiny Mew from the game and I haven't got it yet. I don't have the shiny Jirachi either. I have half the report, not even half the reports done for it. But yeah, they called me the Valkyrie because I had Type C, because at the time Type C was becoming standard for most phones. So I had Type C, Micro, USB-A, and Lightning, and even 32-pin. I know 32-pin fell off at the time, but I'd have all the chargers, I'd have all the battery packs. So when we would be raiding or be running around downtown from one area to the next, claiming spots, collecting coins, they'd be like, yo, I need a charge, Leveling up in Go's trying to max level in Skyrim, yeah, dude. Especially once you hit level 40 and then you have the extra beyond 40, ugh, that stuff is garbage. All the achievements you have to reach just to even be allowed to level up, that's ridiculous. And then how much the level curve is. And then did that update where made all the characters look ugly, and then the models, it's really, it's I felt like they ruined that. That's really when I stopped playing. let me see. Cause I don't remember what Pokemon I had in Go. I'm gonna probably boot it up. It's gonna ask me to like update the game because I haven't updated it in like ever. Yep, update to continue. My problem with Go is not that it's bad or anything. My biggest problem with Go is that how much like IRL stuff you have to do. Like you can't just like it used to be. You can set a lure, or you could set an instant and then get a whole bunch of like Pokemon. But now you actually have to move, and then the more you move around, the more like steps you get in the game, the more Pokemon spawn around you. Like I love my inner childhood. I consider Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Bakugan, Lego Ninjago, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Dude, I feel that. Give me 1 second. Let me see. So search down shinies. So I have a couple of shiny Sawaddles, Primarina, Incineroar, Porygon, Decidueye, Mareep, shiny Farfetch, a lot of shiny Charmanders, Spinarak. Here, let me do by numbers. So I got shiny, the shiny Kanto starters, shiny Alolan Ninetales, couple Poliwags, Slowbro, shiny shiny Alolan Muck, couple of shiny Gyarados, a lot of shiny Eevees, which is really funny. A couple of shiny Togedecks. I do have that shiny shiny Celebi from the event. I don't know how well it shows up on camera. Dude, Ninjago is freaking amazing. Shiny Metagross. I don't have a lot of rare shinies. Shiny Palkia. Shiny Haxorus. Hydreigon. Shiny Furfrou is probably the most rare one I have, I guess. But yeah, in my area, there's just not a lot. And I'd have to, like, leave home and, like, actually move, like walk outside. And that's kind of the biggest problem, because I can't do a lot of moving. And then if I'm working all, like, day and night, I don't have a lot of time, unfortunately, for Pokemon Go. The OG sets of Lego and Ninjago cost more than physical offline Pokemon games. Yeah, and like, yeah, the old Lego Ninjago sets are super expensive, which is crazy. And then complete in-box or even factory sealed, those are even crazy in price. I had my ex-girlfriend really loved Lego sets, and one set she was looking for was the she could not get her hands on it, and I got it for like I got it for her for like a present, and which is kind of sad because we never built it together. She built it by herself, and then she left me anyway, so that sucks too. But no, I don't need to try. That's garbage. I want all the dragons. Yeah, dude, the dragons were really cool, but as a kid, I could not afford those things. They were super expensive. Like even back then, they were pretty pricey. Like the dragon sets were like $70, $60. Some of the like the bigger sets were like $100, like almost $200. Yeah, stuff was crazy expensive to begin with, but now it got even more expensive. It was like the archaeological like fossil set that she really wanted. Originally the set was $50. I found one factory sealed off eBay for like $100. So I'm like, okay, double the price to whatever. Like, it's for my girlfriend, and she's gonna be super happy when I show this to her. And then I showed it to her, and she liked it. And then she left me. It wasn't the same time. Nah, that's a joke. She left me later. She left me like a year later. But there's a whole bunch of things I remember building and then, like, you know, losing after all that, so. Think about it a lot, think about her a lot, but then again, you know, life goes on, people change. Oops. Yeah, I really like Pokemon. I have a lot of physical diplomas. don't have them all printed out because I have to make these things, and that's the hard part, is physically making them. So I have to go on Photoshop, resize the image to fit was 11 and a half by 8.5 piece of photo paper, print it out. So first I gotta do a test print because photo paper is expensive. So I gotta do a test print on cardstock to see if it looks good, and then if I like it, I put it in a frame, and then I gotta frame it on the wall. So at the moment, the highest one I have is the National Dex from Black and White 2. Bro, I've been single nearly my whole entire life so far. Oh my, also keep red flags. Damn, I'm Brock. I feel you, buddy. Oh, that's a crit. I hate you so much, man. Is your whole team shinies? At the moment, yes. I can show them off, because Liquid Sizzy, definitely an interesting name. So, Shiny Gardevoir, Shiny Minun, Shiny Hariyama, Shiny Sceptile, Shiny Linoon, and then Shiny Sharpedo. I have almost 6 boxes full of shinies. So this is RNG manipulation, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I press buttons when a timer tells me to find the frame where shiny Pokemon can be found. So essentially it takes me up to 30 minutes to find a shiny. Your team is so good, bro. Thank you. Next Thursday, I will be streaming trying to go through the Elite Four, but I'm extremely underleveled. So the highest level Pokemon is currently Minun at 54. I'm going to get them all to 54 and then go for the Elite Four. I do have a couple of rare candies with me. So all of these Pokemon, except for these ones are not shiny. The rest are shiny. So the shiny Sableye, Zigzagoon, Wingull, Zigzagoon, a couple Curlias, a couple of these guys, some here, some there. I'm missing a lot of them. I have not done the other fishing encounters. Plus a lot of Poochyena. I'm not going to go into why I have so many Poochyena. Long story short, I was trying to get one of the Electrics, and I got plenty of Poochyena. So yeah, there's a lot I had to go through. The game only shows I've been playing for like 30-something hours. I've been streaming this game for several days, several months. I feel like a month now. Yeah, 30 hours and 36 minutes. So this is, before you ask, this is physical hardware. So I'm playing with the Hori Classic controller for the GameCube. I have it's a Japanese GameCube. It's the Japanese exclusive Gundam Char Onsdable Gundam GameCube. Yes, it sounds like a big mouthful. So basically the anti-hero of the original Mobile Suit Gundam. So it's a red GameCube. I have a lot of red consoles, a lot of red things. I'm just a bit crazy. So this is running on the Game Boy player, and this is Pokemon Emerald. I don't have it shown up on the screen, but I have the RNG, like, Poke Finder and all that good stuff to do the shiny hunting. I'm not doing shiny hunting right now. I'm trying to level up Pokemon for the Elite Four, and like I said, I'm really underleveled, so red is a good color. Yes, it's kind of my favorite color. So if things don't come red, I try to make it red. So I have the, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna crash like 2:40 in the morning. Blessed talking to you. I hope you actually chat through Discord sometimes. If not, it's fine. Good night and good luck. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by, Joel Bison. Yeah, dude. If it's not red, I make it red. So I have red GameCube, red SPs. The red SPs are specifically the Char Onsdable Gundam SPs as well. I have the Xenoblade Chronicle 2 Pro controllers for the Switch. I have the Mario Red Switch. I have a custom SNES with the red shell. I have the PlayStation 5 Spider-Man Edition one with the red plates. Well, the red and black Venom plates. Several red 3DSs. You know how they had the OLED Game Boy Color screen? I have a red OLED Game Boy Color. I have the Mario Red Switch OLED. I have a couple of red controllers for the N64. I have the fantastic North American Watermelon Red colored N64. I even have another one, complete in box. I have the Mario Red Switch, not the OLED one, but both of them, regular and OLED, I'm just a bit crazy. And that's doing too much damage. Yeah, I'm just a bit crazy. I have several modded... I'm playing Pokemon Emerald right now, and I have a shiny Blaziken and shiny Metagross. Nice! Did you soft reset for them, or did you, like, breed for them? Because I know you can breed for them in Emerald, which is kind of interesting in its own right, because bro loves red. Yes, I do love red. I'm just slightly crazy is the ongoing joke here. I also really like Pokemon. I have several 100 Pokemon games. When I said I'm a bit crazy, I mean it. Yeah, soft reset it. Soft resetting nice. Some soft resets are nice and some are like awful. Like in Sun and Moon, like to get the shiny starter is like a 10-minute cutscene. That's so awful. I would never do that. But I am planning to shiny hunt the Wishmaker Jirachi, and that's gonna suck, like really bad. And so I'm trying to get a second GameCube and a second like capture card just so I can try to shiny hunt that stupid thing. It is gonna be awful. Like, yes, I know you can get... I know you can use the PAL Pokemon channel and get the channel Jirachi, which is easier to get shiny. So technically easier to get the shiny Jirachi from Pokemon channel. It's technically easier. And technically faster. And it has better IVs and better natures. But I don't care, because the original trainer would say channel and not Wishmaker, and I want the Wishmaker one. Like, duh. What you mean, bro? Like, I want the original. I want the other one. I want the good one. I want the one with the Wishmaker logo on it. Like, so I have a GB operator, so that's what I'm gonna do for this. So for the Wishmaker Jirachi, is the idea is I'm gonna back up the game on my computer, and then get the Wishmaker Jirachi. And if it isn't shiny, I just flash the save data back to before getting the Wishmaker Jirachi, which would just make it slightly faster for resets instead of having to keep resetting the games. I don't consider it cheating because it's still the same game, and it's not like I'm it's not like I'm changing the game's code for it to be shiny. Like, I'm not physically changing it to be a shiny. I'm just playing the game, but not as fun. And then I know you can actually skip the little intro movie for the Wishmaker Jirachi, so that should technically cut down some time. Either way, we're still looking at like 2 minutes per scene, I guess. So it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be awful as hell, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm constantly checking my party because I'm trying to see if Lionune picks up any rare candies. Because the Pokemon that is the furthest under-leveled of my group, it's technically not cheating. Like, yeah, I'm using a third-party, not software. I'm just rebacking up the game. That's it. I'm not changing the game's code. I'm not manipulating any data. I'm just reflashing the game. That's all I'm doing. And the reason I have a GB operator is because I have all my games backed up on physical on my PC. I have 2 childhood copies of Fire Red, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald, and they have been kind of destroyed. Rip Carl the Loudred. Yeah, he got ripped. Unfortunately, in my path to achieve a higher level, I must dance on those who are not seen as worthy. I've lost several save files because of my games being slightly, old and corroded. So I have them all backed up so I don't lose any save data. Well, I gotta go, but I'll watch you when you're streaming. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by, Liquid Sizzy. It's definitely a cool name. I'm so glad I have a lucky egg just to help, but it's still not helping. So I'm checking constantly if Lionune picks up any rare candies. I don't think Lionune's actually picked up any rare candies, because you get 12 rare candies from the game, and I think I picked up 2 with Linoon. But that doesn't mean he helps a lot. Because the other Pokemon I want to add to my team that will be replacing Linoon is going to be Salamence. And Salamence is just a Bagon that's level 30. So he needs to get some EXP. And that is going to take me some time. It's going to take me some time. And he's so he's the furthest under level. And he is not going to, like, do shit. So to get him up and running is going to take a long time. And this is, like, no speed ups, so this is awful. Just because I want people accusing me of cheating by using, like, by running it through emulator. And I don't want them to accuse me of cheating, like, RNG by using it on emulator to do speed ups just to do some level grinding. Rip Freddy the Golbat. What's not going to be fun? I mean, some of these Pokemon have to evolve. So I have to, at the same time, I have to get this done right. So what I mean by getting things done right is a whole mess of things. So I have to plan out the Elite Four. And not just the Elite Four, I have to plan out the champion fight and then finding the Shiny Latios. So when you beat the Elite Four, you're sent, when you beat the champion, you're sent to your room, and that's where the game gets crazy. So originally, in Ruby and Sapphire, you can ignore the roaming Latios and Latias and trigger the event whenever you want. However, in Emerald, you cannot. As soon as you walk downstairs, your mom grabs you by the shoulder, drags you over to the TV, and she's like, hey, which Pokemon? Is it Latios or Latias? So whenever you say Latios or Latias or red or blue, it triggers the shiny. Or it triggers the encounter. So you have to find it shiny there. So I have to, like, set up which Pokemon I'm going to lead, which this and that. So this is going to be awful. I'm not going to enjoy that. But what I am going to enjoy is because I have the Eon ticket. Although the Eon ticket does not work in Emerald. You have to use Ruby and Sapphire, and then you have to hashtag red TV screen gang. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was a lot of damage. Critical hit, of course. I hate you, Leon. So you have to mix records with a copy of Ruby or Sapphire that have the Eon ticket, and then from there you're allowed to get the Eon ticket and then go to Faraway Island. Thank goodness you did not attack me. I do not have the HP for this. Getting better, getting better. Come on, please tell me you didn't get anything, please. I named him Long Rat because I thought it was funny. You know, I could just teleport back over here, but it's not worth it. It doesn't hardly saves any time to just go to the menu and then just use teleport. I totally forgot. I thought that Gardevoir could get Ice Beam. It cannot. That's so stupid. I'm like, oh yeah, Gardevoir can just, I can just teach Gardevoir Ice Beam and then we're gonna, like, wreck. And I totally forgot. No, it doesn't. It was Sharpedo. There's so much to do, so much to see. I mean, the Regis are going to be probably not the easiest. They're going to be easy to hunt because they're stationary encounters, but they're not going to be easy to catch is going to be the main problem. And I'm still going to need money. And I spent a lot of money just getting things ready for the Latios hunt. Or Latios hunt. I'm probably going to do Latios, if anything, for Emerald, and then quickly do the shuffle for the Eon ticket so that I can get the whatever you're called, to get the other Lottie twin. Okay, it took itself out. There's a couple of other Pokemon that I can't hunt, and the one I cannot hunt is gonna be Celebi. because I do have the Japanese Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc. There's two different discs. There's like the Tosen and Kaisen or whatever the hell disc. I have one of them, but it doesn't. It's shiny locked, so you cannot get shiny that way, which sucks. So for shiny Celebi is gonna be awful. Shiny Celebi is gonna suck. Because I have to hunt it in Gen 2 in Crystal. And then move it up. I'm not gonna like that hunt in the slightest. Rat, you're not picking up anything. Come on. I will kick you off this team. Yes, I know I could get multiple Linoons, and then hopefully they'll pick up more rare candies, but I only have the one. Because you have to be level 21 or higher to get more, to get the rare candies. It'll be a 10% anyways. Well, like a 10% anyway, so. Finally! And it's full heal. I hate you. You know that, right, Rat? I hate you. Originally, I was doing this just... Originally, I was gonna... I'm not hunting or anything. I'm just level grinding. I was gonna do it off camera, like, record it. And then, you know, like, have it. But I'm like, well, I don't want people to think I'm cheating off camera, so I'm gonna record it and stream it. Might as well. I'll probably stop streaming around 3 a.m. That's when I'm probably gonna go to bed. Yes! Or did you know? The experience go burr. A potato. Yes, you're one-shotting. I gotta... Oh, my back. Boom. Boom. Alright, please give me rear candy. Shit. I hate you.
Oh, okay, good. Good. I know you're down in the dumps, but at least you're rich and your songs don't suck. To take that 13 for luck and find that there's 100 others waiting in line. So whatever, ever is for the better. Hey, hey. You good? I heard it on Saturday night. You hopped on that last minute flight. Oh, I can't say that I was surprised, but I'm gonna let you finish, girl. I'm sure you tried. I know you're down in the dumps, but at least you're rich and your songs don't suck. So take that 13 for luck and find that there's 100 others waiting in line. So whatever, ever, it's for the better. Hey, hey, whatever, ever, it's for the better. Do do do, do 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 do. Yeah. So please, rat, no. Yes. Dude. Rat, I hate you. Made in America. Yes! You're taken. Yes. I was gonna say, that is a long streak of no encounters. Really? Come on, rare candy. Damn it. What do you get, Grace? I mean, in all fairness, that is definitely a good way to respond to that. Shinkawa. どうぞよろしくお願いします。英語がわかりますか？僕は神ですか? I learned that on Duolingo. I'm joking, Rosetta Stone. I'm joking. Boku wa kami desu. Eigo ga wakarimasu ka? Haibo-sama. Iki wa doko desu ka? O namae wa? Didn't Margaret sit here? Cheap fakes. Oh, that's not even a real thing. It's called deep fakes. You son of a bitch. So, that either had perfect special defense? Rat. I'm watching you, rat. Boom. Super potion. If it works, it works.
Hypnosis. You know what? Fuck it. Let's. No. Never mind. Nope. Is he knocking on the door? Chris Rock should have taken some note. Let's start yapping. Yes. Come on. Oh, rat. You pick something. Please give me... Damn it. That is some high speed F.
I'm still scrolling through YouTube, just looking around and listening to things. But why is there 4 people watching? I mean, thanks for people who are tuning in, just watching me run around, essentially. But I'm a little confused as to why. Thanks, though. So yeah, so far the lowest one, the lowest leveled one is going to be that Bagon. And he's level 30. And mind you, I'm trying to get everyone to like 54. So this is ass. It's going to take some time. I'll probably keep going for another, till it hits 3 a.m. my time, which is another like 40-ish minutes. I was really hoping that was going to be enough. So I need 1 level and some more XP so I can move on to the next mon. Ooh, man. How could this happen to me? I made my mistake. Got nowhere to run. Okay, so my biggest question here is how well is Sceptile gonna perform? Sceptile is definitely gonna be the bread and butter for the Wallace fight, but I think Wallace's high level Pokemon is like what, 69? Sorry, 58 or like 59 is his like ace. So even everyone being like 54, we're gonna walk into the champion fight under leveled. So we're gonna have to strategize. So obviously Hariyama is gonna be the counter Sydney. Then Hariyama and Minun are gonna be the counter for Glacia. Phoebe, the answer to Phoebe is gonna be having Pursuit with Sceptile and having Crunch on Sharpedo. So we have an answer into that. And then Drake. The answer to Drake is having our own Salamence. That's it. That's our answer to that. I hate you, rat. Why don't you give me a rare candy, please? I brought you here on the team to like get me rare candies, and you ain't getting shit. I honestly don't mind the level grinding part. I hate you. Sorry. As I say that, I honestly don't mind the level grinding part. Level grinding is not too bad. I mean, you might find a shiny here and there, which is kind of nice. But I'm not currently shiny hunting. So even if I do get one, not like it's super helpful, especially because we're here in the cave where everything knows Whirlwind or Roar. And I'm out of power points. I hear my brother looking for something to eat. I mean, I could potentially remove one of the moves, one of the HMs off Sharpedo, give him Ice Beam. Oh, but to be really funny is hunting the Reggies, cause I'm gonna use shinies. I'm gonna use shinies to hunt the Reggies. Ain't no bastard gonna stop me. Technically, I can go get the Reggies now, But I'm not doing that. I'll do that later. We do it the fun way. And the fun way is using shinies. But I also want to get prepped for the roaming Lottie encounter. I think I'll go for the Latios instead, and then still use the e-reader Eon ticket and use it for the Latios because I want to catch him in a dive ball. I already have other copies of the game, so if I need to get shinies from the other ones that I can't get, like Meditite and like Zangers, I have other games. I have plenty of games. Now the only question is, do I have enough time? Come on, long rat. That is not a rare candy. I work a short shift tomorrow. It's only 6 hours. Only, he says. Oh, if I could take off one of the HMs off Sharpedo, give him Ice Beam, so I think we should be fine. Sharpedo was decently fast. Dude, I remember the Oras strat. Oh, the Oras Sharpedo. Mega Sharpedo, where you have to like protect, get the speed boost, and then Mega Evolve. I'm gonna go quickly actually do that right now with Sharpedo. I can't fly. I have long rat, that's why. Dun 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 dun. You sit there, long rat. You haven't helped me. You're on my bad list. Fly. I love the hopping sound. Really? Do I have any healing? I have a couple at least. Shit. That didn't do a lot of damage. That did shit. I don't want belly drum. I hate you so much, you stupid rat. I know. Bruh. Layer on. You son of a bitch.
Shoot the 50s faster.
Damn it. I was hoping he was gonna go for belly drum. Really? Don't hit yourself, please. You're kidding me. Come on. Damn it. You're kidding me. Alright, open hands. A little bit away from leveling up. And I think that should hit a bigger barrier where he should be doing more damage. I hate you, rat. Really? And you crit me. Really? Yes. Cash money. You outsped me. That's annoying. I hate you, rat. flipping hands, making sure these hands are rated E for everyone. I tend to think about you when I think I'm losing my touch. I torn up shirt, those wave hairs take me back. You say I'm the worst, but your eyes are telling me that I'm diving in to the bottom of my hotel pool. You sing to me, I float to you. It was hot out, but you look so cool. Your hair was green, now royal blue, royal blue. You say what you always do. Are your colors true? Royal blue. You say what you always do. Are your colors true? So let me overanalyze and know you do the same thing. Stuck in the shower for waiting for a drip, my phone it won't ring. If you would text me. Nope, he still outspeeds me. And Rat still hasn't picked up anything useful. Endure is not helpful at all. So I will actually end stream here in a little bit. As long as I can fight other Hariyamas, essentially. Did we do it? Wow. Of course. Now he picks up rare candy. I hate you. Alright, here's actually, we're gonna end stream here. I'm actually gonna heal here and then end stream. Thanks for, you know, Liquid Sizzy, Just Bloom, Joel, Bison. Thanks to everyone who stopped on by. The people who are lurking in chat, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Just watching, chilling. Feel that. Thank you. I'm gonna do the gamer thing first. I'm gonna save twice. This is where I end stream. Thanks for everyone who stopped by.